You know when you're watching a movie and the soundtrack just swells, telling you exactly how to feel? You get that heroic music for the big save, or that creepy, tense violin sound when someone's about to open a door they really shouldn't. Well, what if I told you Shakespeare was doing the exact same thing 400 years ago, just, without the Hollywood orchestra? Think about it. We celebrate Shakespeare for his incredible mastery of language, right? The soliloquies, the witty banter, the poetry, it's all amazing. But what if, hidden in plain sight, woven right into the fabric of his plays, there was another language, a sophisticated language of music that was directing the audience's emotions and revealing the deepest truths about his characters all along? So, in this explainer, we're going to tune our ears to this secret soundtrack. We're going to decode the musical language that Shakespeare used to absolutely command the stage. And if you're wondering just how important this was to him, well, get a load of this number. Across his complete works, we've found over 2,000 separate, distinct references to music. Yeah, this was not some casual hobby for Shakespeare. This was a fundamental, baked-in part of his whole theatrical technique. Here's the thing you absolutely have to get. For an Elizabethan audience, the music in a play wasn't just filler. It wasn't just entertainment between scenes. No way. It was a powerful set of signals, a language that everybody in that theater understood instantly. It could tell you a character's true nature, it could seal a fateful decision, or it could even signal the complete terrifying breakdown of a human mind. So how'd he do it? How exactly did he pull this off? Well, Shakespeare had this whole musical toolbox at his disposal. Let's take a look at the three main tools he used to build this incredible sonic world. First up, you've got the most obvious one, actual songs performed live on stage, with the lyrics written right into the script. Then there's what we'd call incidental music, those little stage directions like flourish of trumpets or music for a dance. And finally, you have all the literary references, where characters actually talk about music or name-drop popular tunes of the day to make a point. Okay, so that's the what. Now for the really cool part, the how. Let's dig into how Shakespeare used these tools to build character, often in ways that are totally lost on us today unless you know what to listen for. First, you need to know about a specific kind of song that was huge in Elizabethan taverns. It's called a catch. Just picture it. A rowdy, pretty lewd sing-along sung by a group of drunk guys where each singer is trying to catch the other's part. It was loud, it was messy, and it was definitely not what you'd call high class. So, check out this scene from Twelfth Night. You've got the boisterous Sir Toby Belch leading his buddies in a drunken catch late at night. When the super uptight, puritanical Malvolio shows up to shut them down, what do? They don't just argue with him, they sing their catch even louder, right in his face. See, their choice of song isn't random at all. It's a deliberate act of social rebellion, using this lowbrow, chaotic music to provoke the orderly, proper Malvolio. And this brings us to a really important rule in Shakespeare's world. When a character makes the choice to join in a song, it's not just for a bit of fun. It's a public declaration. It's like they're signing a contract with their voice, committing themselves to that group and to whatever action they represent. It's a dramatic point of no return. Now let's shift to a much darker and, frankly, more powerful use of music. For Shakespeare, you see, the most terrifying sound in the world wasn't silence. It was a song sung at the wrong time, by the wrong person. It was the sound of a mind literally breaking apart. Now, the conventional wisdom at the time, which you see here in Romeo and Juliet, was that music was a healing force. Its perfect harmony and order could soothe a troubled soul and bring you back to balance. But Shakespeare, being the genius he was, took that idea and flipped it completely on its head. And the most devastating example of this has to be Ophelia in Hamlet. Before her world falls apart, she's the perfect model of a virtuous, obedient noblewoman. But after her mind shatters, she communicates almost entirely through song. And the songs she sings are a shocking, absolute violation of her character. She sings these dirty folk tunes about lost virginity. She mashes up songs about her dead father with songs about a cruel lover. To the original audience, this wasn't just sad. It was a crystal clear, horrifying sonic signal of her total psychological collapse. And Shakespeare uses a very specific set of musical cues to show us this breakdown. Her songs are just fragments, little disjointed snippets, showing a mind that can no longer form a complete thought. They're incoherent, smashing different traumas together into one musical mess. And the music itself is broken in time. It's arrhythmic, mirroring a mind that has completely lost its own internal order. Now, this whole idea of musical order versus disorder wasn't just about psychology. It actually connected to the deepest philosophical beliefs of the Elizabethan age. It was about their entire understanding of the universe. See, they believed in this concept called musica humana. The basic idea was that a healthy, sane person was literally in tune. Their soul was in harmony. And this personal harmony was a direct reflection of musica mundana, the perfect divine music made by the stars and planets moving through the heavens. Your soul was basically a tiny miniature version of the entire cosmos. So what that means is harmony wasn't just a musical term for them. It was a metaphor for everything good and orderly in the world. A peaceful kingdom, a virtuous person, a stable society, all of it was understood as a concord of sweet sounds. And this is exactly how Shakespeare built his sonic world, with a clear, stark opposition. On one side, you have harmony and order. That's represented by the beautiful, refined sound of string instruments like the lute or the viol. On the other side, you have discord and chaos. That's the sound of crude, jarring instruments like the bagpipe. Seriously, when you hear a lute in Shakespeare, you should be thinking virtue, stability, order. When you hear a bagpipe, you should be thinking rebellion, chaos, and all-out disorder. So you see, from the gentle strum of a lover's lute to the broken ballads of a grief-stricken mind, music was so much more than just decoration. It was Shakespeare's secret code for revealing everything, from the state of a single human soul to the very order of the cosmos itself. He wasn't just writing plays, he was composing the soundtrack to the human condition. It really makes you think, doesn't it? The dialogue we love is only half the story. The deepest secrets, the rawest emotions, they might just be hidden in the songs, the cues, and the sounds. So the next time you see a Shakespeare play, the question is, are you just going to be watching, or are you really going to be listening? Thanks for joining me for this explainer.